coaches, I said we will do something interesting last time in the last episode. If you don't watch it, then watch it. We want to go live and test the coach match analysis of India versus Netherlands. That we can do two or three more lives during the India semis. So, what do you think, Rama?
Yeah, I think the our prediction was like spot on, right? We said on Deepavali Day, you're probably going to have a lot of fireworks, and rightfully we wanted a 200
Mm.
from Rohit or a 200 from Virat. Anna, it so happened that Onion decided to step in, and then it was good to also see like Rahul score 100 in like 64 balls. So I think batting fired, and
Mm.
then we knew, as expected, Netherlands is going to fold.
Mm.
So that's exactly what happened. Well, there are a few thoughts on what we could have done better and so on, but
Yeah,
overall, game went as expected.
yeah. I mean, I thought Virat was in a hurry today from
Okay.
the get go. He was maybe wanting to take the charge, and it wasn't
Hmm.
usual Virat innings, but ultimately he scored a 50, 50 also. That's what I saw of the Virat innings. Onion stepped up again. Sama,
Correct. Hmm.
Rahul also got game time. But as we discussed that iffy possession of Sky is still ring, I hope that he doesn't. I mean, we don't need him to
Hmm.
step up in semi or finals. And the batting was brilliant.
Yeah, see, I think to your point, right? Hopefully, if it comes down to Sky, then we are in trouble. If
ஆமா.
he has to play a long innings, but then at that spot, we have seen Jadeja really get
Mm.
some good game time, and he has played some good innings as well. So it is going to be interesting to play against New Zealand. I mean, we're coming with full gungo, 9 out of 9 wins.
Mm.
So
Mm.
Pasanga are on like Sama Entu right now. But the break showed, I think that them taking off like a week and then playing this game, a
Yeah.
little rusty in the field. A few catches being dropped, and then I saw a misfield of Rohit going for a boundary.
Uh,
So,
I think they had intensity in the field at all because
mm,
400 who will score not any.
yeah,
So, and the Mari, I think the mindset was, and that is not okay because it is a last match before the semis, but
correct.
Kohli and Robert each took a wicket. We wanted them
Mm,
to score a tower 100, but
yeah,
they took a wicket each. So it was. I mean, they as we spoke, they tried everything in
hmm,
the as the sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth board.
yeah,
If in case there's a niggle in the match, so
yeah.
that is good. But I don't have any hopes for this four bowlers to even bowl 3 or 4 overs without getting smacked.
Yeah, hammered. See, I think the only reason will be that if somebody gets injured, you have to complete the 10 overs, so there's no option. Bring somebody, give like 10 runs per over in the 4 overs, give 40, 45.
Hmm.
Hopefully, that doesn't come to hurt us, right? So,
Yeah, yeah. I mean, apart from that, fantastic campaign. Um,
yeah.
I think there were only two instances in the 9 matches where we felt conjo trouble. First,
Hmm.
if there were 24-4, I mean, it would have been a different game. And then also conjo Pakistan and England game also. But the batting lineup put their hands and said, "Okay, we are there. You
Correct.
go play your game, and then we have our role, and then we will fulfill that role." Uh, but finally, last 4 or 5 months, we haven't um, seen the gap of Hardik Pandya not being.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that is true.
Mm,
See, I think still, a genuine all-rounder is still missing. I
mm,
think outside of Hardik, right? We don't have somebody. I mean, Jadeja probably comes the closest. He's
mm,
probably going to be comparable, if not even better than Hardik in some ways.
mm,
But anybody else, we
mm,
don't have it in that spot.
mm,
Given that we have Rahul playing the wicket-keeper batsman, that is great for us. If we had somebody who can really bowl, I think the balance would definitely be in our favor,
mm,
and Sky would have to miss out.
mm,
But yes, based on how we have, the bowlers have just been on point, the
mm,
batsmen have done their job, which means you really don't need these
mm,
Hardik Pandya kind of role. So
mm,
Paya has to be in the sidelines and wait.
mm.
So Pandian and Rajyat Oyalala will have to wait.
And we don't know whether he will get a medal or not.
Oh, that too. Okay.
Because I
Uh,
read somewhere that because they had a replacement for him, he will not get a medal. So I don't. Amma, that's what I read. I don't because he has been replaced, um, and that is why. Happy Diwali to you also. Mm.
hmm,
And then yeah, I mean we'll see. Pavo Hardik, that's what I will say. But
hmm,
I think they have to breed கொஞ்சம் Shivam Bay or other Iyer as a all rounder for the future in the next 3 or 4 years, because a lot of them will retire. I don't think
mhm.
we will have this major. I mean, maybe 50% maybe surviving till the next World Cup. So
Dhoni may do a comeback.
is a second Pano is going to release. That's what I
Oh, I
heard.
didn't know that. Oh, abdiya. Okay.
Mm.
I think we need Jeff ability to do memes on the fly in
Mm.
YouTube live.
YouTube has not progressed so much.
Uh, Correct. I
So
think maybe YouTube would want to put ads on the fly in real time, but I don't know if they want to do memes on the fly. Maybe we should do Insta live and see how that looks.
or Facebook
Yeah,
Live.
but again, back to Netherlands, right? I think pretty very good effort. I am impressed with some of these nations who have started pretty late in cricket, and they have been making a lot of progress. Already, we have seen how Afghanistan is probably the second best team in the subcontinent after India. I saw a post, and now Netherlands could challenge to be the best team in the Europe as well. Now that England is not playing that well.
Uh, Dirk Nanas, who played for South Africa also, and
Mm,
also, and he played in the initial years of IPL. He said there are only 3 or 4 pitches.
mm,
Others mat or
mm,
plastic, as we spoke in the last episode.
mm,
Their budget for the entire year for cricket
mm.
is $3.5 million.
Oh wow, wow.
So
Yeah, I might be getting my pitch here very soon. So,
for that, I mean, a top player in IPL can earn that. So
yeah.
that's the gap between these nations and
Mm,
big nations. And maybe somebody has to now build a closed stadium, drop in pitch, like the
mm,
Australian, Opta or Optus stadium or
mm,
whatever,
mm,
so that they can use for anything else, but that they can play many more games on drop-in pitches. So,
hmm.
but
Yeah.
if it's only 3.5 million per year, who will come up with the 300 or 500 million stadium?
You know what will happen, right? Just like H1B visa, outsourcing work, go to the US னு சொல்ற மாதிரி நெதர்லாண்ட்ஸ்ல பசங்கெல்லாம் வந்து விசா எடுத்துன்னு கிரிக்கெட் ஆட வந்துருவாங்க இனிமே. நம்ம சோமசுந்தரம் கிரவுண்ட்ல முடிச்சுட்டு நேரா கோ டு நெதர்லாண்ட்ஸ்.
But the problem is for Indians, you have to be there in the EU state for 5 to 8 years
Okay.
before you get a citizenship to play. போட்டுடா.
Mm-hmm.
But if you are a Kiwi or sort of a because they have a dual citizens
Mm,
government, they can
got it.
play. That's the problem.
Yeah.
I think Modi should do something.
Yeah, I mean the duel is not even there for the US as well, right? So, I mean, I mean US allows it, but the Indians here have to give up the Indian citizenship to
ஆமா,
get take
ஆமா.
the US citizenship.
India
It's more
doesn't
about India's side, correct?
ஆமா. ம்.
Yeah. So, but I think that's probably a smaller problem from a visa, in the sense that people can still go play club cricket and just get the whole thing. People might immigrate and start working for it, and then eventually get the 5 years before they become citizens. But
Honest,
no.
if the board of Netherlands or Germany says from 4 million, we will pump out up to 20 or 25 million as a budget per year.
Mhm.
Two things can happen. They can improve the infra, they can get in people to play and give them jobs, and then they can also send these people on tours because
Hey, forget the government, okay? I know one of the coaches who's based in Europe anyway. Maybe in a couple of years he can decide to raise a fund and maybe grow the thing in Germany, right? It could be the next thing in Germany or in Netherlands.
no, no, my very good friend from the club I played has now created for last 4 or 5 years something called European cricket, but
Hmm.
it is played only in a period of time. புரியுதா?
Hmm.
So what
Hmm.
is if I have to contract 15 people who pay for
Hmm.
Germany as a contract, and that's your employment,
Hmm.
அதுக்கு the government should give some money and build infra அந்த மாதிரி
Correct.
சொல்றேன்.
Correct. See,
So
I think, but nevertheless, right, I think the way Netherlands has played here has definitely making a case for both for cricket to now invest in other nations around the world and truly make it a global game. And that way, the top maybe two or three teams will continue to be the best.
mm,
But then the other teams are going to get challenged, and just the quality of the sport is just going to evolve.
ah,
And with club cricket happening, for example, IPL and the Australian League and all the other leagues happening all over the world, like South Africa, where people are going to be investing in creating the IPL equivalent. I think it's just good to see that energy of just cricket spreading all over and quality bar being raised.
yeah, yeah. So I hope that the governments listen and they put some money, more money into
Yep,
the sport than only football, and
correct,
we will see what how it shapes up in the next 2 years because we have the T20 World Cup, uh,
correct.
and
See, you already see the flow happening in the US with the major league starting here. And in a country where it's primarily dominated by baseball, American football, right? You can see that cricket is now getting its legs with huge investors coming in and willing to put money. Who knows, right? If Satya and Somasegar have invested here in this area, they're all behind the game. They want to just go back places like Netherlands. It will be just awesome to see them just putting infrastructure and funding into that.
mm, and after NFL, the IPL is maximum valuation for a sports
Correct.
competition. Uh,
Yeah.
is going on.
Yep.
That's
Yep.
what we have to see. And
Correct.
next World Cup in US and when state days, I think it's a 12 or 16 nation tournament.
Got it.
So
Yeah.
Netherlands or whatever will qualify or come. So
Yeah.
that will be more exposure to them. But
Yep.
the willingness and the intent from the government to see this sport actually as a sport has
Mm-hmm.
to.
Correct. Yeah, I think, but anyway, back to this, right? Overall, India, great performance. In some ways, I wish they were tested more in the final game before heading to the semis from a schedule standpoint. But really good batting, and now bowling. Obviously, today we can't judge the bowling per se because just they would have lost intensity based on the opposition. I am looking forward to the New Zealand semi-final now. New Zealand is going to come hard. I don't think it'll be easy.
Uh,
And with Kane Williamson back, and with Rachin Ravindra, Mitchell, they do, and then Conway, right? They have formidable opening batsmen, and then their bowling is good, right? With
the preview for the India New Zealand also. So we wait.
correct.
But as you say,
எல்லாத்தையுமே இங்க சொல்லிட்டாதேங்கிறியா?
as you
Correct.
say, the team on the day will win, or the
Correct.
I mean man on the day will win it for the team. So it's
Correct.
not a knockout, and the last two World Cups we have lost to the Kiwis. So we will see.
Hmm. Correct.
Mm.
Time to take revenge. Jailer படம் மாதிரி second halfல.
Seri. So that's a wrap for this first live session. Only one person has come, but it is good. We will do more in the future. And
Hey,
thank.
I see two people now.
Oh, who- who's the second? Whoever has come now. Thank you for coming. We are wrapping this live, and
Okay.
then you can see us later on the India New Zealand preview.
And
Bye.
then, if for just for viewers, one other thing: if you want to be a coach, do reach out to us. We have done a guest edition already, and we'll be happy to take more folks in. Bye.
Bye.